They were magic in Manchester, but will there be a battle royal over Jubilee weekend? I'm George Riley, this is Touchline. Welcome to Super League Touchline every Thursday of the Rugby League year. Make sure you get subscribed and you'll never miss us. This week we're in the glorious sunshine at Hull. Rovers rocked Hull FC. Can they wound the Wolves? All the build up to the big one on the way, along with this lot. We see what Warrington Wolves have in the pipeline. There's the top tries from the Magic weekend. Jon Wilkin takes us racing at Haydock. And we preview Sunday's clash here at Craven Park. First up though, here are the headlines. Bradford Bulls centre Adrian Pirtle suffered a heart attack after Sunday's Super League defeat against Leeds Rhinos. It was a real shock for Bradford. The former Canberra Raiders player was taken ill on the coach following their derby loss. The coach stopped twice en route to Bradford and then took Adrian to Huddersfield Royal Infirmary after advice from the club doctor, Dr Donald Young. He was later transferred to the coronary care unit at Leeds General Infirmary. Huddersfield Giant standoff Kevin Brown is on the move. He will join Widnes Vikings next year on a 4-year deal. The 27-year-old had signed an extension to his Giant contract that would have kept him at the Gal Farm until 2015, but it's understood the Vikings have managed to snare the player with an undisclosed transfer fee. And after the mass brawl at the Magic weekend that marred the final game between Wigan and St Helens, 4 players have been banned for a total of 7 matches. St Helens lose Sean McGuire for 3 matches for his part in the fight, while Wigan have lost Gareth Hott for 2 games, his appeal thrown out. Warriors will also be without Lee Mossop and Chris Chewson after they were banned for 1 match each. We're going to start this week at the races. The England forward Jon Wilkin is enjoying his testimonial year for 10 years of service to St Helens. He invited his colleagues, his teammates, past and present, down to Haydock races. So we popped along too.
Jon Wilkin is perhaps known as being one of Rugby League's more refined stars. So with it being his testimonial year, there's only one way for him to celebrate in style, and that's a day at the races.
I don't know about refined. I think that's it's been very polite. I think it was great to come and celebrate my testimonial year with Haydock Racecourse. You know, one of the the premier sort of attractions near the town of St Helens, and you know what a perfect day for the races, and just really thankful for everyone who supported the day and the players, and hopefully the supporters have managed to come along today.
And obviously you were brought up on a farm. Are you used to a bit of horseplay?
I'm not. I'm scared of horses, believe it or not. I was just in the parade ring then. I think one attempted to kick me when I was very young, so I'm not a big fan of horses. I'm more a fan of the fluids that are on sale at the races. That's more of the attraction for me, if I'm brutally honest.
How much of a gambler are you?
I'm not. I'm like the world's worst gambler. That's all. I don't understand form or who's good or why they're good, but I just tend to listen to people and then pass it off as my own information, if that makes sense.
It's Jon's testimonial event. Is he known for horsing around or being a bit of a nag?
Well, he's definitely known for horsing around, and he's definitely, he's one of them who, he was always up to tricks kind of thing. If there's something gone missing out of someone's bag or whatever, something's happened, he's always the first one that the fingers are pointed at. So it's obviously a great day. They've done well. The committee have organised it fantastic, and obviously the weather's come out and everybody seems to be in good spirits.
Are you keeping your eye on them all then?
I try to. Do you know what? They've all ducked out from being upstairs. I've no idea where they've gone, but I'm sure, just like school children, they've gone away from us so that we can't get hold of them.
They are hiding from you, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they probably are. Yeah. I don't trust many of them, so it's probably a fair one as well.
And obviously it's your testimonial year. Looking back, highs and lows, sum them up.
And now we're down to the
highs,
last couple to
just
go in.
being involved in the game for so long.
Take a look at me now
and being able to do something I love every day. That's a high for me. And lows, those days when you do such a public job, but you probably feel quite lonely at times when you've lost a game. That's probably the lows for me. So it's a job of highs and lows naturally, so I enjoy both sides of it.
After your shoulder injury, are you back in the saddle?
I'm back in the saddle, I'm just about back. I don't think I'm been called lame yet, and certainly not been put down, but I think I've got a few more good runs.
You enjoying your day out at the races?
Yes, it's a nice weather. It's apart from losing my money, I am enjoying it.
Bit of a gambler then?
Got a little bit of a bug in me, but I know when to stop. That's a good thing.
Have you got a bet on this one?
You interrupted me just as I was about to put my bet on.
Sorry, it won't win, don't worry.
Zimbabwe, that's what I would have backed. That's what I was going to back.
Spurs, and take a look at me now, was back in fourth.
Sorry.
Right, let's see some tries. Here's a magic top 5. So the best 5 tries of the Magic weekend. At 5, Danny Mcguire, and 1 of 5 scored by Mcguire, but it was made by his mate Rob Burrow. Dancing off the left and right, Mcguire, one of the best support players in rugby league, going over. Next best, this break from George Carmont. How about that from pace for the Wigan centre? Wellens gets nowhere near. Carmont goes over in the corner. Number 3, this from the Huddersfield Giants. Danny Brough heavily involved. Joe Wardle makes the break. Gives it to Luke George, who can't quite go himself, so he just pops it back to Wardle. And there's Brough to step and score for the Giants. Making a weekly appearance, it seems, at the moment, Sam Tompkins. How about that? Little juggle, little dummy, and immense pace to go over in the corner. But Hull KR's dramatic try to clinch the derby against Hull FC wins it. A comeback out of absolutely nothing. Wellham gives it wide to David Hodgson, who dances around too, and then puts the foot down from a thrilling match winner. Now, Warrington Wolves are flying high in Super League, so why are they spending their free time in dingy underground tunnels? Well, Tony Smith, their coach, is a big fan of team bonding, and this week was the turn of the eagerly anticipated confined spaces training.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, very good. Something different. Makes a change from swimming. So yeah, it was good. Great to see how these guys do it, and the confidence that they've got, sort of in and around the dark tunnels, damp, awful, full of rats and everything like that. But with going down there, having a bit of a giggle with the boys, it was it was great.
Warrington Wolves, you seem to do all sorts of team bonding exercises. How do you think that benefits you as a team and when you go out there on the field?
I think it's important that we do things together, as every team will probably tell you. And we do quite a lot of things. We go to visit prisons and stuff, and work with them and work with different people. And if we're happy to help others as well as helping ourselves, that's what we're all about. I feel like we're getting into the loft. Come on, guys, keep it going.
think I made a mistake being winchman.
It's one of those things where you're helping each other along and you're genuinely bonding as friends, not only as teammates. So it's one of those things that will help in a game. As there's a little bits of trust in there. If you're in a dark hole, some people are a bit scared of confined spaces. So helping them through is another big thing. So it's great for morale and team building.
Yeah, it gets all the lads together. Obviously, when you're at training, it's just pretty much all rugby based. But getting, like I say, into a different environment, and there's a lot of communication going on, and it's testing you under different pressures, and the lads really benefit and enjoy the stuff.
You alright, mate? We're going to get you out of here. Keep talking to him, Ben. We're going to get you out of here, pal. You keep calm. You alright? It's alright.
One of the key things, I guess, as a Super League player, is communication. There's certainly plenty of that needed down there.
Yeah, Benny Westwood took it into his own hands to keep the 65-kilo dummy that we were rescuing in good spirits. He made sure that we were all right and offered him a cup of tea. So yeah, he's definite communication skills were essential down there.
Well, Warrington will be hopeful of putting that team bonding to good use when they come here to Craven Park to come up against Hull Kingston Rovers. I'm sure they'll be confident as well of recording an 8th successive victory after their exploits at the Magic weekend. Mind you, the Robins didn't do too shabby either, did they? That dramatic late victory over Hull FC, and that late try from the man of the moment, David Hodgson. Would be quite nice to speak to him now. Oh. Hello, David. Fancy seeing you here. What a moment that was for you.
Yeah, it was a great moment. I think being the occasion it was as well, a derby at the Etihad and big crowd and stuff. It was a massive moment for myself in my career and stuff like that.
You always say, players always say you play to the hooter, but you must have thought the game was up more than once.
Yeah, they took a quite convincing lead, didn't they, at one point? But we said behind the post when the score was pretty high, that it was 30.16, we still felt we was in the game and just carry on playing as we are and hopefully get back into it, and we did that.
So take me through that moment. You've done part of the comeback, most of the comeback, you're not quite there. The ball's worked wide to you with seconds to go. You look up, you got a little bit of grasp, but you got 2 men ahead of you. So what are you thinking?
Oh, it was great skill by a few of the players in the start really to get the ball out, but once I got in the open I just thought there's not really much to lose here. Like last minute of the game, just have a go at taking them on, and luckily enough I was able to do that.
And even sweeter of course because of the manner of it and who it was against.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with it being a big derby game in Manchester, it was just a great game. Great game to be played in as well. You've scored a lot of tries in your career. Where would you rate that one? Oh, like I said, being the occasion, I think it's one of the best tries that I've possibly scored, especially being the last minute as well of a derby game to get a win. So, pretty special moment for myself. Forget about all that for an instant. The 2 points was massive because Rovers really needed those 2 points. Yeah, it took us into the top 8, so it was a massive game for us personally, and just to be that one step further into the top 8. Hopefully we can carry on now and just build on the last couple of wins we've had. We've had a couple of good performances, confidence pretty high in the squad, and hopefully we can make that tell its toll for the future games. Well, if that is a building block to get a bit of momentum up, it's going to be pretty tough next up. It's 80 minutes against one of the best teams around. Warrington will be here. I'm sure it will be packed at Craven Park. What do you do to conquer the Wolves? Well, they're going well, aren't they? Their attacking's pretty outstanding at the minute, as you got to see at Manchester last week. They put 60 odd points on Widnes, and didn't really have an answer to them. But hopefully we can put up a bit more of a test, and coming off the back of a good win in the derby game, and hopefully take a lot of confidence out of that leading into Warrington. Would one area of hope for you being that you were really tested at the Etihad Stadium, and Warrington weren't really? They had it relatively easy, with all due respect to Widnes. Oh, there's not many easy rugby league games, but yeah, I suppose they had it a little bit easier than we did. It was a pretty gruelling contest between us and Hull, so you don't get much bigger than them games, the derby games. So yeah, hopefully we can take some good points out of the Hull derby and take it into Warrington game and hopefully get one over on them as well.
And a final point on where you are. We've just passed the midway point of the season. You're forcing yourself into the 8. What are the realistic goals for the end of the season? I suppose playoffs is the big one.
Yeah, we'd like to stay where we are, I reckon. Well, we're just taking every week as it comes, just starting with Warrington this week and just see how we go along, really. We like to look at every week, each week, and Warrington's the main game this week, and if we can get a win over Warrington, then that'll be a bonus again, and obviously points will look after themselves, and which keeps you in the top 8.
And what chance you scoring another one of those tries against Warrington?
I'll be trying my hardest, but yeah, they're a quality team and they've got quality players, aren't they, all over the park. And it's going to be a tough test for us, but hopefully we can stand up to that test and come away with 2 points.
Well, great to see you on Touchline this week, David. Best of luck against Warrington.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Best of luck, of course, to the Warrington Wolves as well. That's as far as we go on Touchline this week. Don't forget, if you get subscribed, it's absolutely free and you will never miss an episode every Thursday of the Rugby League season. I'll see you next week.